Today is day 17. Today's July 5th. Yesterday on 4th of July, it was a holiday. I didn't work. Could have worked and I didn't. I'm going soft. Back to it. Today's going to be kind of a tedious sort of day. I'm going to do as much as I can as far as getting this paneling off. If I can accomplish that task, I think that'd be great for the day. No, it's just going to be a lot of detail-oriented kind of stuff. Here's the tag that is on the roof, and basically it says that the load is 10 pounds per square foot on the roof. So I'm not a big guy. I'm 130, maybe 135. There's no way I can get on this roof. There's another good reason why this needs to go. Not only can I not get up here, but it's like, look at all the stuff that this collects. I've done my best trying to clear this stuff before when I was pruning those old plants that were down there. There's only so much you can do when you can't walk on this. And it doesn't drain very well either. The water just kind of collects up here and then flows over the top. I got all the screws out along the top up here. And then I also got screws down here. Anyway, that's not the problem. The problem is underneath this big piece of flashing right here, there's another piece of flashing that's still connecting these panels. So I was really hoping not to do it this way, but I'm gonna have to take this channel off right here so that I can pull this thing out from up and underneath, and I should be able to get access to this part here, which if there's any hidden screws at that point, I should be able to get those out, and then I shouldn't have any more problems. I'm on the side of the house now. It's all got to be done. So anyway, this is where I left off, so I'm going to continue from here. I'm really hoping from the front that I could wait on this part, because if I could have waited, then I'd be doing it from a standing position. As it is now, I'm going to have to get up on the roof and sit down, I'll lean over and do this. Over here, I got some scaffold that I can stand on and do it, so it's a lot easier. But, you know, it's all demo work here, and this stuff has been gooped over and painted, and it's just a nightmare of a mess. The only way I can get this stuff off, using one of those with a hammer, that, and pulling it with my dikes, because as much as I'd like to try it with these screws, I have tried it, and 9 times out of 10 these screws are just so painted over and gooped up with caulking that I can't even put a drill bit in there. So it's just trying to be pretty, taking this stuff apart. It ain't easy. That I'm pulling out, you know, they're not that big, and I'm pulling them out with like a pair of dikes. Yeah, it's not the ideal way to be pulling screws out of wood, but I'm kind of stuck here. Anyway, they're popping out like nails as it is, so gotta do what you gotta do. That's what I got done for today. Mama's got to go back to work, so 3 days of 12-hour shifts. That means Daddy's on full-time baby duty again. So it's going to be a couple days before I get back to it. It is day 17. I feel like crap. Everybody feels terrible. We've all been runny nose and hacking up lungs for the last 4 or 5 days. Anyway, it's a work day. I'm gonna try and finish all this stuff up today. Hopefully have all this gone today. I got all the panels off. Now it is time to take this track out, and then I'm gonna take that piece of siding behind it off. I got everything off the front. How about that? This is day 18. This is kind of an impromptu work day. Mama was supposed to be working today, but she got called off, so I'm trying to salvage the day here. Everybody's felt like crap the last week. Her last stretch off, 4 days, I got 1 day worth of work in. This is like day 8 of feeling just like total shit. I've been hacking up lungs, coughing, gagging. It's not going away. Everybody inside feels terrible. It's been a pretty rough week. Today is July 14th. This marks 1 month away from us having a birthday party. August 14th, we're having a birthday party. And this place looks like this place is all turned upside down. It looks like a construction site. It's not very birthday party friendly. So me and Mama are kind of starting to feel the pressure on getting this project done. I want this done. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I want this shit over with. Still a long way to go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do today, I'm going to snap a line from right there at the corner to the other corner. I'm gonna cut this open and see what's behind it so I can put on my 2x6 header plate. And I need to get this eave over here exposed, so we'll do those things and see where we are. Okay, this is driving me absolutely fucking crazy here. This line on the bottom of the eave basically measures 10¼ inches from the top. In the back, I just lined everything up on the siding and it came out to 9 inches perfectly. That's exactly what I needed. So I've been racking my brain over this, trying to figure out what changed, because there's a siding over here, as was over on the back side, and it's all the same. Everything looked like it should have just lined up just the same, but for whatever reason it doesn't, and it's been driving me nuts. So basically I'm disregarding the string. I measured down 9 inches all the way across and just kept marking it and putting a level up and tracing a line out. So I'm going to use the mark that I made at 9 inches and go with it. Okay, I got my blade set at the width of the siding. Let's cut this bitch. Alright, looks like I set my blade perfectly, because there's no damage there to the 2x4s underneath, so everything's looking good. Now it's just cut and remove. All in all, this came out pretty well. There's just 2 bad spots in the whole thing. One of which is right here over the window, which is a problem spot in the house. But that's really next to nothing on the outside. And another spot's right here. That's really isn't too awful bad. I can live with that. But over here at the end, it's gonna have to be changed up. If you're wondering, oh, why didn't you just go over what was there? 2 reasons. I know down the road we probably going to change these windows. Everything's single pane, and when we do, more likely than not, we're going to replace the siding as well. If we replace the siding and I have shit on top of old siding, how am I going to get it out? I'm going to have to cut it and leave it there. So I'm saving myself some future headache down the road. And then on top of that, I wanted to make sure that I can see what I have to work with up here. The thing that's different over here too is because they didn't cut this, they didn't cut the flap up there. That kind of changes how I need to tackle everything over here, because on the other side I was flattening it out and putting a 2x4 up underneath there. That's not going to be the case over here. I don't see the need to straighten that up. I'm going to leave that flap, that bend in there, and just work with it. So it's still the same animal, but it's kind of a different beast over here.
Man, look at this. This is all from that wisteria plant. It's like got out of control. This is years and years of overgrowth here. This is crazy. And it goes all the way up to the top.